Did you know that Minecraft has 91 advancements? Some as simple as getting wood, some as difficult as getting every single potion effect at the same time. I know it's crazy. And so I was thinking to myself the other day, wouldn't it be cool if I challenged myself to get every single one of them in one run? And since I'm a 100 days YouTuber, I thought that'd make a really cool video. So, in this Minecraft video, I'm going to try and get all 91 advancements within a 100-day time limit. This is going to be a rough one. As well, I'm still in hardcore, which means if I die, I'll have to restart from day one. But if anybody can do it, it probably won't be me. Let's give it a go anyway. Hey, just before we begin, I'm in the final stretch to hit 100,000 subscribers. So if you're still part of the giant 90% not subscribed, please consider doing so, because seriously, at 100k by the end of the year, we are so close to getting it. And if you want to see me do more like this, then if you get this video to 3k likes, I'll do a challenge quite similar in the future. Alright, please enjoy. Joining this world for the first time, I had a very early plan. Get looting free on a sword as soon as possible. It would make things so much simpler, so the first thing I did was head straight underground. I actually did pretty well for my first day. I was able to clear off 9 advancements, which included getting wood, Stone Age, getting an upgrade, acquire hardware, suit up, Isn't It Iron Pick, Not Today Thank You, Monster Hunter, and Diamonds, all within the first 20 minutes. It's not too shabby if you ask me. I also was able to grab a bit of copper because, well, I'm going to need a spyglass as soon as possible. Day 2, when I was able to find a couple more diamonds, I now had 10 in total, enough for me to get diamond boots, a pickaxe, and an enchant table. These got me the advancements covering me in Diamond, Enchanter, and Ice Bucket Challenge. I also was able to grab a lava bucket for hot stuff, and I also got some amethyst and made a spyglass. Now that I had all that completed, I needed to get my level 30 set out as soon as possible, so I headed back to the surface on day 3. I was mostly just killing cows and getting some sugarcane. I did find a beehive, and thanks to a nice little campfire, I was able to get the advancement Be Our Guest. And I found a cute little axolotl in the water, so I was able to get the advancement Cutest Predator. And it took me a little mess around to do, but with the power of teamwork and friendship, the advancement, the healing power of friendship, was obtained, and as it was turning to night, I found myself a village, took a quick nap, and got the advancement Sweet Dreams. We were woke up day 4, where I found a couple of more beehives. I got myself some honey, enough for a honey block and a honeycomb. It did take all day, and as I was heading back to the village, I found a goat. And you know what you do with a goat? You get a boat, because then you get whatever floats your goat. Say that 3 times fast. I ran into some surface caves on day 5 just to grab a little bit more copper. I was able to make a copper block and got both the advancements Wax On and Wax Off. Sticky Situation was next, followed by Seedy Place. I tamed a horse to get the advancement Best Friends Forever, and a couple of chickens were bred to make the parrots and the bats. We were settling down on night 5 and I was thinking that's about 25 advancements done in the first 5 days. This is going really, really well. But then it dawned on me how many more difficult challenges I've got, which include me needing to get the equivalent of about 6 netherite pieces. And suddenly I wanted to crawl up into a ball and cry. I killed a spider on the morning of day 6 and went fishing. It took me a couple of attempts because apparently I can't fish, but the fishy business advancement was obtained. Isn't that neat? Oh yeah, I also saw a glow squid in the distance, and I needed the glow ink sack thing. I don't really know what you call it. And as I was heading back to the village, I came up with a new plan, which required a lot of wood, and so I spent the rest of the day chopping down as much wood as possible. Day 7 came. I made a bow, a shiny sign. I also made a Fletcher villager. Not just for the emeralds, but I actually wanted a bunch of arrows, and I thought this would be the easiest way to go about it. Whilst trading, I of course got the advancement What a Deal, and also attained a stack of arrows. I made a target block and got the advancement Bullseye, and then spent the night trying to get Sniper's Duel. For those who don't know what that is killing a skeleton from 50 blocks away. I had the perfect plan, get him in a nice little container, run 50 blocks away and firing down until he's dead. Sadly, I didn't take into account that every mob on the planet was going to be there, and suddenly my plan wasn't so simple. After being blown up by about the 4th or 5th creeper, I decided, you know what, let's try this again tomorrow. I was still needing some books on day 8, but then I realized it'd probably be much easier to just trade for them now that I have a bunch of emeralds. And so I made a librarian, and after a couple of bookshelves was traded, I had myself a level 30 enchanter as early as day 8. With these 35 levels, I had 2 attempts to get a looting free sword. I failed both times. Luckily, I was able to get a grindstone, and after grinding off those levels and grabbing a little bit of coal, I was able to get another level 30 enchanter where, oh, come on! It's fine, I'll manage, I'm not gonna complain. I also spent the night again trying to get Sniper's Duel, where this time I was successful. After another quick caving trip on day 9, I went up to the surface, now with 30 more levels, thinking there's no way I'm not gonna get looting again. I don't want to play Minecraft anymore, guys. Also, 9 days in, today marks the first time in this run that I didn't get an advancement on a day. Isn't that sad? I was back looting hunting on day 10. I went to get even more levels, and this time by the end of day 10, I left with 36 levels in total. I also had enough iron to make 4 iron blocks, and with some nearby pumpkins, I was able to get the hired help ticked off. And also, hey, looting free. I'll take it. I was also able to level 30 my diamond pickaxe, which is pretty good. I also did 1 level 30 on my bow. Power free and flavor is quite nice if you ask me. The main reason that I wanted the looting free so badly was to make certain tasks much easier than they actually were. I need to get a trident, which we'll go over that later. But for now, I need wither skulls and blazes and shulkers and stuff like that. It's just gonna be much easier if I just have a looting sword. And so I made a nether portal. I also grabbed some extra obsidian and then headed in. Now, from this point onwards, for a while, I didn't really mark my day count or anything. I just know that I spent the next 21 days in here. So here's everything that I was able to accomplish between day 11 and day 32. Obviously, when I entered the nether, I got the advancement, we need to go deeper. I was also very quick to get the return to sender with the first ghast I found, and then realized I forgot to get the is it a balloon advancement, and so spotting a second ghast that was, well, quite easy to do. Shortly afterwards, I got 3 advancements in 5 minutes, which included those were the days when I found a bastion, war pigs when I searched the chests, and hid in the depths because in that chest there was a piece of obsidian. Whilst I was running around, I found a broken nether portal in which I was able to get the who is cutting onions advancement. After that, I found a fortress, getting a terrible fortress. I killed a couple of blazes, which got me into fire, and many a wither skeleton kill later, I was able to get the spooky, scary skeletons advancement. Get a wither skull. All you need to know about my time here is that not only did I grab some nether warts, but I got 3 wither skulls in total and also 15 blaze rods. I also found a saddle in one of the chests, which was quite nice. As I was leaving a fortress, thanks to a couple of pieces of gold I picked up in there, I was able to get the ooh shiny advancement, where one of the trades got me crying obsidian. So I was able to make a respawn beacon. I got myself some more glowstone, filled that baby up, and got the advancement, not quite 9 lives. Hot tourist destination was next when I finally found a warped forest. I quickly popped on a strider to get the these boats have legs advancement, and to cap it all off, I made a new nether portal very far away, popped into the overworld where I got the advancement subspace bubble, which meant I traveled over 7,000 blocks in the overworld using just portals. Meaning, if I've done my maths right, in the last 21 days I got 15 advancements, basically clearing all of the nether advancements off of the board. Honestly, I'm nearly at the 50 advancement marks 32 days in. I really thought I was doing quite well here. However, it was on day 33 where I knew I was about to start getting down to the nitty gritty stuff. A lot of the advancements I've done so far are quite simple, so now I have to start doing individual little things. Let's start with local brewery. I made myself a weakness potion. I'll let you guess why. And I'll also take this moment to point out the fact that there are certain advancements that I'm just trying to do in the background. For example, a balanced diet, which requires me to eat every single food, 2x2, which requires me to breed every single animal, and adventuring time, which requires me to discover every single overworld biome. Just know that I'm trying my best to go through every single food and biome that I can do to get these advancements, but I'm not really going to show them because honestly they'd be quite boring to do, so let's move on. After searching the entire night and unfortunately not finding a zombie villager, I was looking around a bit more on day 34 where I found a Pillager Outpost. Now this will actually help me get up to 6 advancements, as not only was I able to get 3 slightly broken crossbows, I also got voluntary exile. And after finding a nearby village, I took on a raid which honestly wasn't that troubling. Even got a couple of totems of undying, isn't that neat? And just like that, I was the hero of the village, and so I obtained the advancement, Hero of the Village. Really should try harder with these scripts, shouldn't I? And on that night, since we was already at the village, I decided to sacrifice the village to the cause, and then started the process of healing him. I promise I'm a good guy. I had to wait a little bit, but of course I got the zombie doctor advancement on day 35, and then I just spent the rest of the day fishing. There was some cats here that I needed to tame, and after a little bit of fishing I was back, and by nighttime I had obtained 4 variants of all 10 that I need to for the cats. And after that, since I was so close to an ocean on day 36, I decided to just get it out the way. Let's talk about the tridents. So, let me just drop some maths on you really quickly. In Java edition of Minecraft, the version that I am playing, there is an 8.5% chance that a drowned, the only thing that carries the trident, will drop a trident. This goes up by 1% every single time you have a looting enchantment. Of course, since I have looting free, that means my percentage goes up to 11.5. Here's the problem though. In Java edition of Minecraft, every time a drowned spawns, there is only a 6.25% chance that it will spawn with a trident. So not only do I have about a 1 in 20 chance of having the drown spawn with the trident, I then have to rely on the 1 in 10-ish chance that it will take me to actually have them drop the trident. I'm not gonna do the maths. If somebody wants to go ahead and do the maths, they can be my guest. And after swimming around this ocean for who knows how long, day 41, I was able to get lucky and got my trident. And I'm not gonna lie, I actually thought it was going to take longer. I was quite chuffed it only took me until day 41. And as I was on the way back to the village, I had a quick stop at the Pillager Outpost, getting both the advancements, Old Betsy and Who's the Pillager Now. It was at this point that I pretty much lost track of how many advancements I've got. I think that's around the 50 mark. Point is, we're halfway there, living on a prayer. Day 42, thanks to all the levels I had, I was able to enchant a couple of stuff. I got channeling on my trident, I got piercing 4 on my crossbow, and I also made an iron pickaxe with silk touch. My next goal was to get all the crossbow related advancements, which means I'm not going to sleep for a while because, well, I need phantoms. In the meantime, I'm going to try and get the Arbalistic advancement, I believe that's how you pronounce it, where I have to get 5 mobs killed with 1 crossbow shot. I was able to get 5 different mobs in a single pen. I feel really bad for the cat more than anything. And can I just say, first try, this really wasn't that hard. I mean, don't get me wrong, getting them all into one location was hard, but for the most part, this wasn't the most difficult advancement on the list. Trust me, we're getting there for that one. Day 43, I was heading out because I wanted to see if I can clear out a few biomes off the list. The 2 big ones were, of course, the jungle biome and the mushroom biome. And so I just ran around for a while, hoping I could find one of the 2 of them. Whilst looking around on day 44, I found a beehive and got the total bee location advancement. Other than that, not really much. We just kept moving on from there. And on the night of 45, phantoms started spawning. It took me a second to prepare, and honestly, this was another advancement that I expected to be very difficult, but again, first try. Who would have thought I'd be so good at getting advancements in Minecraft? I went to school. This is what I walked away with. Day 47 is where I found the jungle. It did take a while to get here, but here we are. And not only did I find a jungle, I also found 2 pandas. And so I could take the pandas off of the whole breeding thing for 2x2. And I also got the advancement, Is It a Bird? Look at a parrot through a spyglass. And after making sure I walked through every variant of the jungle there, I moved on. I was returning back to the village on day 49. Whilst it was turning night, wouldn't fate have it that not only did I find myself a tundra, it began to snow. Now, one of the advancements, one of the most silly advancements on here is that you need to walk on powdered snow with leather boots. An advancement that 99% sure most of you didn't know was an advancement. I luckily had enough iron on me to pop down a cauldron. The problem is the powdered snow is really slow to gather, and so I'm sort of just gonna have to wait here and hope for the best. And since I was waiting, I decided to have a quick look around to see if I could find myself any leather. And that's when I realized that this wasn't just a snowstorm and rainstorm, this was a thunderstorm. It was the perfect chance for me to knock off some more advancements. And so I frantically searched for a village. Luckily in my journeys I was able to pass by a village, though I didn't really go into it. And thanks to the Minecraft gods themselves, they kept it thundering just long enough for me to get my trident and use that channeling bad boy on a villager to get the advancements. A throwaway joke and very, very frightening. Oh yeah, I also got Surge Protector, so not a terrible night for me, all things considered. I headed back to the cauldron on day 49, but sadly it did stop snowing, and since the cauldron wasn't full, I couldn't pick up the powdered snow. But it was close, and so I thought that I'd stay in the area for the next time it started to snow, I'd definitely be able to get it. And so I decided to take off some other advancements. The first thing I did was head underground to grab as much obsidian as possible. On the day 50 mark, I made a giant overworld portal. The Uneasy Alliance advancement required me to get a gas into the overworld and kill it. And so after making both portals more than big enough for me and the gas to get through, I then waited until the night to kill a couple of spiders. I needed some fishing rods to drag them through there, and so spiders was where I was going to be. Day 51, I thought that if I kept going in and out of the nether, eventually a gas will spawn, and well, I wasn't wrong. It was admittedly a pain in the membrane to do this, but I was able to get the gas through the portal, and I got the advancement and Uneasy Alliance. Shortly afterwards, I brought a hogling through the portal, turned it into a zogling, which then turned him to dead when he met my sword. Monsters Hunted was one of the advancements that I was fairly confident I would be able to do. And then afterwards, I headed to a nearby lake where I was able to catch a fish in a bucket because somehow I don't have this advancement yet. Since I didn't want to wait around, I decided that it was time for me to find the stronghold. I didn't have any plans to enter the end anytime soon, but if I know the general location, that would pretty much help. As I was going through though, I also found myself a swamp, and the first thing that caught my eye was a witch hut. That, of course, had a black kitty in it. I did have to fish a little bit, knocking off another one for the catalog. Skyblock, and then I waited around until night for a slime to come, and then I took him out, and well, we moved on. I found the stronghold, got the advancement I Spy, and found the portal. Again, no plans to enter it at the moment, but just knowing exactly where it is would really speed things up. And on the way back home, it started raining again. And so I knew I had to hurry back as soon as possible. And I was able to get back there relatively quickly and just waited around, hoping the cauldron would fill. And luckily for me, it was able to fill. And now I have a bucket of powdered snow. Day 55 was when I got the dumbest advancement of them all, using leather boots, walk across the powdered snow, and yeah, I don't even know why they included this advancement in. Anyway, it's time for me to enter the end. Just before I went to the end though, I decided it was time for me to go and get some gas tiers. I want to get every single advancement out of the way in one run in the end, but that does require me to get some ender crystals, and so I need some gas tiers. After getting my 4th tier on day 57, I popped back into the overworld, cooked a little bit of glass, and it was time for me to head to the end, end crystals in tow. I was able to enter the end on day 58 where I cleared 5 advancements. The end, Free the End, The Next Generation, You Need a Mint, and Remote Getaway. Oh, actually it was 6, as it would be the end again, wouldn't it? How did I miss that one? So yeah, 6 advancements. It's a pretty good day if you ask me. And then on day 65, nope, I didn't skip any days. I finally found the end city. I was quickly able to jump onto the boat where I was able to get the advancements, the city at the end of the game, and sky's the limit. The last advancement was the great view from up here, which required me to levitate 50 blocks from shulker attacks. And though it did take me a solid minute, the shulkers finally decided to cooperate with me. And just like that, all the end advancements were complete. I was back into the overworld on day 69, where I checked my advancements, where there was one particular advancement that I was thinking of, Monsters Hunted, which would require me to kill one of every single version of hostile mobs. And looking at that, I was only 4 away, and so I decided that was going to be my next task. I was fairly confident I knew which mobs I had to kill, so the first thing I did was spam some ender pearls and got myself an endermite off the board. Nextly, I went to an ocean monument that I spotted earlier. I was able to kill both a guardian and an elder guardian, and after that it was back to the nether to kill a magma slime. I should only have the one mob left, the wither himself, except I didn't. I had 2 left, and I was really confused. I mean, for being honest, it's a bit of an understatement. What in the world this last mob could possibly be? Luckily, I did have a little bit of time to kill because I had to head back to the original portal that I set up to get the wither skulls. And by the time it was day 73, I was actually checking the wiki because for the life of me, I couldn't figure out which mob it was that I didn't kill. I decided let's just get the wither out of the way first. I knew that I should be able to quite easily take him out. It did also tick off 2 advancements for me, because not only did I get the Withering Heights advancement, it also popped my Totem of Undying, which got me the Post-Mortal advancement. I just had to get a few blocks for some beacons, and so 75, 76, and 77 was spent in the caves. I was just doing it how you do. You're caving, you're killing some mobs, the zombie villager shows up, so you kill him and... Really? It was a zombie villager? How have I not killed a zombie villager? It's been 77 days. I mean, I got it, sure, but wow. How was it a zombie villager? After cooking all my iron and gold and everything on day 78, I was able to make a full beacon, getting me both the Bring Home the Beacon and Beaconator advancement. The only problem was with getting these advancements, the next advancements I needed were all netherite based, and so, well, let's go netherite mining. Before I left, I was able to enchant a couple of diamond pickaxes, got a couple of efficiency 4s on there, and it was time for me to go mining. You know, it was at this point that I actually thought, I only have like 10 to 20 advancements left. I'm fairly confident I should be able to do this. And then the netherite mining happened and, well, let's just say that it's not going to be possible anymore. Day 89. Yep, you heard me right. I got my final piece of netherite. I needed 30 pieces to head back home and get the 3 advancements needed for the netherite itself. Once I got back on day 90, after cooking up all my netherite, I made a lodestone. And of course, with a compass, I got country load, take me home. Serious dedication, the netherite home. And just to speed this up, it was day 92, where I got all the diamonds needed, made full netherite armor, getting the advancement, cover me in debris. And with only 8 days left, there were certain advancements that I just knew I wasn't going to be able to get. How did we get here? Was just not going to be doable. And I was really, really disappointed by that. And so I made the decision, hey, if I'm not going to get every advancement, there is one advancement I'm definitely going to get. It required me to do a little bit of running around though. And on day 98, I was able to get a complete catalog. And it really wasn't meant for anything, but I got every card. I feel like that's an achievement in itself. In fact, I actually was able to sneak in one more because I quickly rushed back to the end with another spyglass in hand. I respawned the dragon for a third time and looked at it through a spyglass to get the advancement, is it a plane? And that was the final advancement I got on day 100. So, real talk, as I mentioned at the start, Minecraft has 91 advancements, which is sort of true. You see, they're actually based on different things. There are different levels of advancements. With the plane advancements, well, let's just say I got every single one of them. However, there are also advancements based on goals and also advancements based on challenges. These are technically advancements, but they're also not technically advancements. The main core advancements, I actually got all of them, which I'm pretty happy about. If we're going to talk about the goals and the challenge advancements, in total, I got 86 out of the 91 advancements. And the 5 that's left, honestly, most people would have struggled to get them. It included breeding every animal, eating every food, visiting every biome, getting every potion effect, and getting every Minecraft effect. Quite frankly, to say I got every other advancement, I think is an achievement in itself. That being said, if you want me to jump back into this world and get those 5 in another 100 days, get that like goal done, and I definitely will. Alright, thanks for watching.